Well, welcome back to the Kingdom Flow
We're back,
podcast.
baby.
We are back with another weekly episode where we talk about all things related to living out our faith here on the Kingdom Flow podcast. No, this isn't a PGA Tour Pro Golf Pro. This is our co-host, Ian Sperry.
I mean,
You look like you are
I'm ready to
about
go.
to go to the FedEx Open. You know,
what does Dion say? If you look good,
look good, feel
feel
good,
good,
play
play
good.
good. That's right.
That's
That's what I'm praying for today. Because I can look good, I can feel good, but God knows I don't play very good.
Hey, you got edged up
I got a
too.
new guy, so I don't know if I feel a little
Man, the last
insecure
couple
about it.
times we've talked,
Yeah,
I've actually caught you while you're in the barber
yeah.
twice, and
Yeah.
it seems like you're a little frustrated with what's happening over there at that barber.
Well, they do my kids' hair fantastic. Or Caleb right now has a sweet cut, but I don't get the lower end of the guy, but he's the newest guy.
Yeah,
I always get stuck with him.
it's because you're the
Well,
gringo.
I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I shouldn't. The way I'm scheduling it, it's just the other guys are really, really busy, and so he's not bad. He just does it a little bit differently, and so I tell him to do something, he just really doesn't do it.
Yeah.
So I'm not used to it being this short because I told him I didn't want it that short, but he did that short anyway. So
What could you entice him with? Maybe we should get JJ's.
So interesting.
We should get some feedback from JJ.
It's
What can he? Is it chicle? Is it?
well, no, this is the interesting part. It's a Hispanic barbershop,
Yeah.
right? This guy's from Palestine.
Wow.
Okay. So he kind of looks Hispanic,
Yeah.
but he's from Palestine. And he's got he's been here for only 18 months, just learned English. He's not far from Gaza right now. So he's got a lot. I talked to him, I don't know why we're talking about this, but I was about
Well, yeah.
his family was all over there. It's really a wild
So
story.
is he from like the Gaza area?
Right outside of it.
Wow.
Yeah. So
crazy.
he said it's pretty crazy right now. So we talked a little bit about that, but that's who I got. And so I think over there, they wear their hair a little shorter. So he's used to, going from a 1 to a half or something.
They cover it up too, so they're used to.
Yeah. So anyway, that's why. Yeah. But yeah, I'm ready for some golf this afternoon. So hopefully,
All right. Well,
next podcast I can
so-
say I broke 90.
Sorry, we're keeping you from your tea
It's
time.
okay. It's okay. This is worth
Even
it.
though we discovered in a conversation that we had with another party that was looking into getting a membership that,
What did we discover? I'm waiting to take a sip of my coffee.
well, we discovered that the way that you approach your tea times is actually not how it's supposed to be with the rules and regulations of the membership that you bought. You bought the low end of the membership and you think you have the platinum membership and you just walk on like you own the place. I don't even know. I didn't even know what to do with that. You were trying to sell me on buying a membership. It's only $300 a month, which I mean, for a country club membership, that's really good. Only $300 a month. You get to do this. And you can play whenever you want. And the answer is actually no. You have scheduled tea times. You only have a window of tea times that you're allowed to play in. So what did we miss here?
Well, I have some relationships with the people there. And thanks to that individual, we won't name names, I no longer get to just walk up and grab a cart.
They hid the keys
They hid
to
the
the
keys
carts,
to the carts.
didn't they?
Yes. So now I got to go check in to the front desk to get a key.
Yes.
So thanks, who, if you're listening.
Well, I played with you one time there, which anytime you are heading out, I know I don't play a lot. Just throw an invite, run it out there by me.
Well,
But-
you know what they did? I used to have all the guests. I used to pay for all the guests because it was like, it's like $60 to pay for the guests, no problem. So I brought our buddy from Louisiana came in. I brought him and a couple other people golfing, and I got the bill for the golf. They raised the price to $140 a person. Okay. And
Yeah.
so I had 3 people out there. So I'm like, man, that's $400 for these people to come play.
Thanks, Ian.
And that's
Yeah.
so, yeah, I just found that out today because Michaela told me about it on my bill.
Yeah.
But
That seems to be a trend. You don't really look at the bill. Like we talked about that a couple of weeks ago with your Amazon purchases. What is happening?
I don't know.
what I think the bigger question our listeners want to know, and I'm actually legitimately curious, is how do you run a business if you're not paying attention to the
I
transfer of cash flow
I
in and
pay
out?
I pay attention. Um, it's just within our allowed funds that my
Okay.
wife and I have that I don't. It's
Yeah.
it's our
It's the spending
it's the
money.
spending money.
I see. I
It's the
got
spending
you.
money. Yeah,
Yeah. And that's where all the scooters come from. They get taken out of
all
the spending money.
all the fun stuff.
Well, as always, you seem to amaze me, and I'm not surprised that you would think that you can just walk up on the course like you own the place
Well,
and just go get in line with the starter. Like I'm not.
dude, it's worked every time.
It's worked every time.
Every time up until I don't have a key. Every time. Hey man, I'm here. You don't have a tea time? No, but I'm just going to jump on.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you're confident and
So
you,
the starters don't. They just take your word for it.
well, I'm not lying. I never tell them I have a tea time. I
Yeah.
just said I'm going to jump in, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh," I said, "No, it's no big deal. I'm just going to jump in." And
Yeah.
as long as you're confident,
Yeah.
they're like, "Okay." I'm like, "Okay." So I've done it like, I've done it a bunch.
So the real question then
Yeah.
on that is, did you know that to be true, or were you legitimately thinking that you had
So,
access to everything
well,
at all times of day?
so the first few times, our other friend that we both know
Yes.
that is also a member there, he told me it was like that.
Which it makes a lot of sense that
He
he
told
would
me
tell
that.
you that.
Yes. So for the first 2 or 3
And
times,
then it would make a lot of sense that you didn't do some due diligence on the matter.
I didn't because it worked the first 2 times. I just thought it was real. So for the first few times, when he's like, "Hey, just come jump on the course," I just went and jumped on. And it was fine. So anyway, now that has all changed, and
You bumped up your membership?
I did. I
Oh,
did.
that is so funny.
I did. I had to because they have the keys.
Yes, they have the keys,
So
and they
paying full price,
yeah, full price.
platinum.
Wow,
So anyway,
that's so funny. Well, today
what we talk about
we'll
today,
we'll get
besides
into
my
it.
golf game or lack thereof.
No, it's great. No, I think today we've talked about it off and on. Frankly, we've got so many episodes now. It's even worth us going back and visiting some of these topics because they
Yeah,
get
we've
kind of
probably
lost in there. But
right, yeah.
so this one, I don't really know where this would end up. But one of the things that we actually heard recently on another call that we were on together through a group that we're in, group coaching, if you will,
Mhm.
is the topic was really focusing on how to not be distracted and how to eliminate
Mm.
distractions. And I wanted to touch on that today because it's I think there's distractions in everything that we encounter, whether it's our faith or work or family or anything else. And really, as I was thinking about, because I've thought about that call off and on
Yeah.
since then, because it's the world we live in.
Who was the guy that was on there? Who was
It
it?
was John Maxwell.
It was
Yeah.
John. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Didn't mean to plug that. But
No,
I,
it's fine.
yeah.
Not to name names, but now that we're out there,
yeah, it was John.
yeah. Actually, it was John was coaching Ian and I one-on-one in his office. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
It's not how it was.
Yeah.
We were one of many on the call.
Yeah. Correct.
But he was really talking about it from a number of different ways. But one of the biggest takeaways that I took in a process is like everything that I'm trying to do in my life is like it really for me. The easiest way to eliminate distractions is to really just be maniacally focused on the priorities
Mm-hmm.
and where your priorities are, whether that's, priorities that you need to knock out for that day. Like I actually have a list of priorities that I need to do for work
Mm-hmm.
before I would be allowed to go play golf. But that's beside the point. It sounds like you've already gotten through all the priorities.
my priorities
You've checked
off.
your priorities.
That's
Okay. You were up at 2 a.m.
2:30. Yeah.
2 a.m. wake
Yeah,
up call.
Yeah.
That's there's probably some partial truth to that. The way
Yes.
you've been sleeping these days.
Yes.
But I
Yes.
mean, all that to say on distractions and how we approach them. For me, it comes back to priorities and where our priorities are aligned to. And so, you know, it's so easy to get distracted with so many different
Yeah.
things, like we do on this podcast. We did get distracted with Ian's silly antics, but on a greater level, social media.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
can't tell you the amount of times that I have to like realize I catch myself in the moment where I was like, man, I've been on this. Like
Yeah.
for me in social media, it tends to happen at night. I'm actually for the last week haven't been on it at all.
I've sent you some good ones.
I I posted a post on the first day of school
Yeah.
and then I immediately got off. Um, but I'm really trying to focus in because there's also something else that, I'm kind of in preparation for, but, just really kind of putting the blinders on. And I think we have to do that in most areas of our life.
Yeah.
And so one of the other ways that I'm carrying through that in specifically, I think we can just kind of, ad hoc talk through this and get your thoughts, but like I have to have a very established routine, like especially getting through my morning
Hmm.
and hammering at the priorities so that I can catch the ebbs and flows of the day
Hmm.
and be ready for that. And so but this is why it goes back to like even just the simple practice of like I have to read my Bible in the mornings
Hmm.
because I know that the distractions of the day are
Hmm.
going to take me away from that. I've tried to do it at night. I've tried to even like take a prayer break at noon, in some
Hmm.
cases, like, and it just, I can't, I could, but it's just better
It's not
suited
me.
for me
Yeah.
to do it
Yeah.
first thing in the morning,
Yeah.
before the kids get up, before my day really starts rolling. And so most days I would say I'm successful with that. And so, but it is when I get into work, that's where it's very easy to be distracted just because we've got, both of us have so many different balls that we're juggling and
Hmm.
different companies that we're bouncing between.
Hmm.
And like if I'm being really honest, that's where it's really hard for me to like I have to be extremely focused and disciplined to where like I'm not even answering my phone or I'm not even doing anything until I get a couple of these things knocked out.
Hmm.
And so I don't know if you really remember because that call that was actually several months ago now, but like just in terms of distractions, what it when you think of that,
Yeah.
I'll ask you, are you easily distracted?
Oh, it's bad. Yeah. It's
That
probably,
was kind of a loaded
yeah.
question for me.
Oh,
I
yeah. No,
knowing that knowing the answer
yeah,
already.
it's pretty bad for me. I've never been diagnosed with ADHD. But I wouldn't be surprised if I do have it.
Well, it's kind of like I said that when COVID was around.
Yeah.
I never had COVID because I never got tested.
Yeah. I don't have ADHD
Probably could have had it a couple times.
handful of times.
But if
Yeah.
you didn't, if you don't get tested, you don't have COVID.
That's right. That's right. I probably have, my attention span is not the greatest at times. Yeah, for me, for me, a simple thing where it's really an interesting thing. Social media, I love it and hate it at the exact same time. I truly find some, uh, even my wife and I find some real entertainment from it to where we really do just like sit there and watch it together and we'll giggle like hard giggle over some of this stuff. So there is some fun to it, but it is very distracting. So what I've done practically, and I know it's been 3 weeks now, I have not had it on my phone. So I have my phone on me most of the time, and then but I do,
That you put on the iPad.
but I have it on
Yeah.
the iPad, but I'm on my iPad way less than I am my
Yeah.
phone. And so what that's done for me is, hey, I'm still able to post when I need to post or share stuff from Kingdom Flow, share some funny reels, but then I get off of it,
Yeah.
and so it's really helped a lot. But yeah, I think I think for a lot of people, distractions can be the Achilles heel to
Absolutely.
their to their faith. It can be the Achilles heel to their finances. It can be Achilles heel to their family. Um, and it can be very simple things that just take away from um, intentional purpose
Yeah.
and what you're trying to accomplish either throughout the day, through the week, through the quarter, right, and so on. And so, like you, I've got to knock some things out in the morning. Our friend uh, Kyle Corkinos. He was on the podcast, but he's
Yeah.
been
Kid Koki.
what's that? Is it?
Kid Koki.
Is that his?
That's his Instagram handle.
Instagram name?
He's the guy that
He's
did the
blowing up right
golf.
now, dude.
He was the Greek guy.
It's crazy.
Several weeks ago. Yeah.
But so he has this new. I was chatting with him, and he has this new thing. Like, I don't. It might be a saying that was there before, but he's been kind of branding it himself. It's called Stacking Days.
Bro, we talked about that on the podcast.
Oh, we did. Oh, but he got merch for it now.
I know.
Okay, I didn't
And then
know.
that's where I actually said, oh, yeah, I feel like the Lord gave me a phrase. It's called steady stacking. Don't you remember that conversation?
I don't. But
You were probably distracted.
I probably was. But it's those little it's the little things like that I'm doing in the morning
Yeah.
that I really do, and it sets you up for if you cannot be distracted for the first hour to hour and a half of your morning. It really does set the tone for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important. I think it's especially in today's society, how much time are we missing with our kids from little stupid things?
100%.
How much time are we missing with our wife? And I'm preaching to myself, and I've gotten better at it. And this is the thing too. I will say this. People ask, well, why are you distracted? Like, why? And I think because of the busyness of our lives, honestly, the stress,
Yeah.
the pressure, the amount of things that we're juggling at one time, things like Instagram or TV, the numbing things are able to relieve some of that for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
I don't know the word for it, the technical term, but like I know for me when I'm scrolling or when I'm watching TV, it's a break. It's the most dumb, mind-numbing things in the world, but my brain is no longer on.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
My brain, I feel like, is always on. I mean, you know this. Sometimes I wake up recently quite a bit at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And my brain is firing at all cylinders and I've got to get up. And it's like, so for those moments when I'm on social media or looking at different things, my brain's off.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, I don't know, like there's a part of me that enjoys the off.
100%.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Same way. I mean, I think this is why, like, literally, if I really don't like watching a lot of movies, and as I've gotten older, I just don't like going to the movie theater all that much. And it's like, I don't know who goes to the movie theater anymore, anyways.
Yeah.
But if I am watching a movie, I want it to be either very like slapstick comedic, or like I do like where kind of like the bad guy's the good guy, like an Ocean's 11 style type movie, or like what's
that matches you well? Ocean's 11 kind of.
Ocean's 11. It's like the guys. There was another recent one we watched that was really good. I can't even think of it now, but all that to say, I think I can completely agree with that. And usually, like when I'm on my phones or my phone, if I'm on social media or whatever, it's at the end of the day where I'm just trying to unwind from the day. But one of the things that I think can take the pressure off, especially people in the business world, whether you're an entrepreneur or just a high driven W-2, doesn't matter. But give credit where credit's due. John Maxwell said this, and this stuck with me. It's the 100% practice, but not in the lens that you probably think. It's actually saying you can't be 100% all the time. So it's not all gas, no brakes all the time.
Yep. I'm pulling up.
But what he's actually saying is you need to be 100% at the right time.
That's right.
100% at the right time. And that was gold, because we live in this hustle culture too, especially depending on who you're following on Instagram. And, oh, this person's killing it in business this way, making this money this way, and doing all this and that. You know, that can create a lot of paralysis by analysis in the comparison game just for us, and just, make us feel inadequate and insecure. But the reality is we can shut that off and not be distracted and really just focus on ourselves and being 100% at the right time versus trying to be 100% all the time, because it's not physically possible.
It's not physically possible. Or on the other end, being 50% all the time.
Right.
When you're not really there at all, but you're kind of there. I think this is so, like, for me, what that looks like practically for me is, hey, in the morning, my Bible time, I'm I try to give my 100% for that whatever amount of time that
Hmm.
I have, right? That I have allowed. Um, it was funny, even yesterday, your kids were at the house, my kids were swimming, and we were sitting on the chairs just laughing at the kids, watching. And it was only about 25 minutes,
Yeah.
right? That's all. It was only like 25 minutes where we were like fully present with the kids. But Michaela made the comment. She goes, "Can we do that again tomorrow?" And and so we talked about it a little bit. And I was like, "What is that? What do you mean?" And she's like, "We were just both like laughing for 25 minutes with the kids." And I was like, "How do you feel?" She goes, "I'm just full right now."
Yeah.
And it was 25 minutes.
Doesn't take
It
much.
doesn't take much, but it was 100% for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
We didn't have our phones. We were watching them play. My kid was chasing yours, and it was just funny. It was hilarious, but it filled everyone's tank for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
But we were 100% there for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And what that did, and literally, this was last night. It was like if we can carve out 100% moments throughout our day, whether it be with our wife, whether it be with our kids, our quiet time, whether it be an important meeting. But if
Yeah.
we can, it's like sprinting. It's given 100% effort for a
Yep.
short amount of time. The results are, it's pretty wild. And it's not that hard once you really start getting into it.
No, no, that's and when he said that, it immediately took the pressure off of myself,
Right.
and that because I tend to believe that, and like, man, when I was really trying to learn the business world and everything else, I just thought that I needed to be 100% all day long from
Mhm.
sun up to sundown, and it's just in my mind, I knew that that wasn't really possible, but it was just like, hey, you really just have to be successful and to really get a lot done. Like you really only have to do it at the right time, be 100% at the right time, get it done. And so like after, because I'm the same way. So after my morning, then comes the day, got to get kids off to school or, whatever you have work meetings, whatever that looks like. But what I really try to do, and my intentions are better than my execution for sure, but time blocking my day to where I am trying to be like an hour, maybe 2 hours at most, where I'm trying to knock out that entire to-do list.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to get rid of that, all the things that I needed to get done for that day. I try to get it done as quickly as I can, earlier the better, so that the rest of the day I can just take the ebbs and flows of the day. Doesn't always happen that day. But even when we record, we try to record multiple episodes at the same time
Hmm.
or in the same setting. So
Yeah.
we're not
Yeah.
having to record every week. I
Hmm.
mean, if spoiler alert for our listeners, we don't record every single week.
I
We
think,
we bulk record.
I hope
Hopefully they
people know
didn't.
that. Yeah.
But it's the same premise. Like we block off set a
Yeah.
time, and we get it in, and we try to be present here.
Yeah.
We turn our phones off while I turn my phone off, and you're there. You show up, and
Ready
we
to
we
go.
we we rip it on the
Yeah.
microphones. I
Yeah.
mean, but it's the same. Like we carve out a time and we try to eliminate all the distractions that we can so that we can be very focused. Um and so I'm saying, like, if we can just, I need to be better at that in like the whole week.
Hmm.
Like I've heard other people even doing this, like from a very practical standpoint, like, hey, on Tuesdays, I'm not scheduling any meetings.
Hmm.
I'm going to block off Tuesday from any meetings, any scheduled calls, just to either catch up on what I need to do or to actually do something more strategic, more deep work, something like that. So
Yeah.
and most things, like most people's jobs, you can get away with that, at least for half a day. You could block off an entire half a day
Sure.
and, get some things done before you start answering emails. I mean, that's the thing with this society that we live in.
Hmm.
Like everybody's attached to their phones and they expect you to respond right away,
Hmm.
but that's not reality.
Hmm.
I mean, and that's not even like considered unprofessional if you don't respond within minutes. But
Yeah.
like I know I do it. I try to respond quickly on the things that are like
Yeah.
right there to get it done, because that's how I'm like, I just want to get it done,
Yep.
respond, get the answer out and get it going. But But what would happen if I could put my phone away and then actually focus on things that I need to do that could really advance the business or advance something, and then get to the other stuff later.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not. Uh,
No,
it's
we're
still
work in
kind of
progress.
theoretic,
No, it's a work in
theoretical at this
progress.
point.
I want to give the listeners just some practicals. So, when we hear the guys like John Maxwell, who we love dearly, but he's 70 something years old, no kids in the house, right? He's like, I forgot what he said one time, like 7 hours just focusing on my book.
Yeah.
And I'm like, 7 hours focus on your book? Like, how does that? I don't get 7 minutes to focus, so, but practically, how can we do it? Number one, wake up early, morning time,
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes with the word and with prayer, and give 100%. Husbands and wives, try to get 15 minutes. I know our coaches have done this, and we've done good at it sometimes. Sometimes we haven't done well at
Yeah.
it. Right now, we're kind of in a little bit of a better season where 15 minutes of 100% focus, 100% time. That's it, 15 minutes. And then for us, a couple days a week, we try to do dinner together as a family. Now, dinner with a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, a just turned 5-year-old, and a 1-year-old, it is crazy. I mean, truly, I don't care how polished you are or how good you are with your kids. It is nutso.
Yeah, our kids are older,
And it's
and
still
it's
nutso.
still crazy at
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. I mean, I've got my 5-year-old that I look on he's literally about to hang from the chandelier the other night. Because he's 5. And so, but I try to let me just be very honest. At this age, do I want to do that? Not really. Like, I really don't want to, because it just is a lot. But I try to do 10, 15 minutes of, hey, undivided attention for 10 or 15
Yeah.
minutes in a family setting, right? And the kids, they look forward to. We've been doing this for a while now, and again, we're not perfect at it.
Well, your family dinners too at that age, because I just know that, like, number one, I eat quick, you eat
Yeah,
quick. They really don't have a lot of food on their plate.
no, yeah,
You can have a family dinner within
it's
15 to 20
that's what
minutes.
it is normally. Like,
Yeah.
we have the kids set the table and do all that, so it's a little bit longer, but like, as far as the whole process. But again, practical things of distraction time. Be 100% where you need to be 100%, and then be okay with being less than that throughout the rest of the
Yeah.
day. But faith, and family, those need to have, and then relationship with your spouse, those need to have segments of time, short segments, short spurts, short sprints, to see really great lasting results.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's an ongoing process. I mean, like you just said, you said it, but coming off of what I had said is, like, we're a work in progress, and that's really it. This is going to be the bane of my existence, and I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon.
Sure.
Like, the distractions are just going to continue
Neither
to,
do I.
because I mean, the reality is, even when the kids are gone, you're still going to have your phone. You're
Yeah.
still going to have access to social media. Still going to, even a book. Like, think about it. If you are an avid reader, like, how often have you gotten trapped in a book when you have other things that you need to do? Like,
It happened
I
to me
mean,
yesterday.
it
Truly,
can
it did.
happen.
Yeah.
And that's where something is actually, that's a good thing. Like, reading, probably the books that you're reading is a good thing, but it can become a distraction
It
to an
is. Yeah.
extent if we're not careful.
Yep.
And so, and I know people, I mean, that's one thing that, our boy Johnny was saying. He spends his morning is set aside
Yep.
to knock out his reading and everything else too. He's reading, writing, and journaling and doing all that. And he gets it done. And the rest of the day is what he does best.
Yeah.
And so, but I really think that for me, that was the biggest takeaway, is what we've sat on here. It's knowing when to be 100%, being 100% at the right time, and everything else, when you can kind of turn it up and dial. It's like traffic. When you need to speed it up.
Yep.
Like, on the on-ramp, especially
You
here in
go.
Texas,
Yeah.
you need to scoot.
Yeah.
You need to get on
But then
and
you
get
also
into
know when to
traffic.
slow it down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're going to speed up to slow down,
Yep.
and then just find your place in the traffic, and
It's good.
we'll get going. So that's it, man.
Awesome. Am I closing it out, or are you closing it out today?
I don't know.
I'll
So
close
why
it out
don't you
today.
close us?
Me and my hat here. Lord, thank you for today. Lord, thank you for just who you are. And Lord, I just pray this would be a practical practical conversation today. Lord, that we not get bogged down or overwhelmed, but that we take certain segments throughout our day and go all in 100% and watch the fruit multiply in our lives. So Lord, I pray that this blesses those that are listening. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thanks for listening. We hope that you feel encouraged by today's episode.
Help us reach the masses by leaving a review and subscribing to the show. We'll see you next time.